Thanks, Aaron, for these points. Aaron put together some points that I was given to read. So I'll start with point one. Take an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper and fold it lengthwise. Then fold it again on the wide. Aaron, I don't think I have the right instructions. Well, anyway, I think you see the outcome. And it's spread out over there on the side. It's all the boats that came here today, some of it. Our story is our daughter, Nancy, who was diagnosed with leiomyosarcoma in 1991. We lost our daughter in 2005 after, about a 4 or 5 year battle with GIST. In the process, one day, she said, we're going to a meeting, out in, I think it was Palatine. And I'll go by myself. So this is 2002. Nancy didn't weigh much when she started. She was kind of small by now. Smaller, I mean petite. I think the size is 1. I don't know, market numbers. So she went and she came back and she told the story of having met with 6 other patients. And she was very excited about it, and we could hear that she, for the first time, had met patients who had something she had. This was the first time. This is 9 years into fighting this disease. So my wife Margie and I, we got involved, and we've been going to patient meetings since 2002 in the Chicago area. And it's been an opportunity for us to share our story with others who have the same story or a similar story, to learn from each other. And we've met many wonderful people, hundreds. So the person who is getting this award, which is the Alan Tobes Volunteer of the Year Award, is doing this in California and has helped bring over 22,000 votes to the party, not this party, but altogether, and the 100,000 we brought, and is working to form a group in Southern California, which is very dear to my heart, and I know it would be very dear to Nancy's. And if you ever have a chance, I would highly recommend you go to one of these meetings if you're in Southern California. I would recommend you go to that meeting, or the one in Northern California, or anywhere in the country. They're really a great chance to understand that you are not alone, and you really do have other folks who you can talk to. So I would like to ask Dina Wiley to come up.
Good evening, everyone. I'm terribly honored to have this Volunteer of the Year award. I don't think I really deserve it because I don't think I did anything that anyone else wouldn't do. My primary focus was to have people with GIST and their caregivers get together once in a while to talk and to commiserate and to learn, to find out what's the best way to handle the muscle cramps that you get at night, except for ivory soap. And any of you try that? I did, and it didn't work. Since then, I have learned quite a bit in the last couple of years as being the group representative for the Life Raft group in Southern California. But I found that what most people want is to know about the underlying information about this disease. And I also found something very, very disturbing is that there are still a lot of physicians in the country, and I found in Los Angeles, who really don't understand GIST yet, if they even know about it. And most of them do, but they don't quite get that this is cancer, because I have heard some horror stories tonight and in the past about people who are diagnosed with GIST and were told, don't worry, it's not really cancer. That's not necessarily true, but I found that, yeah, if it's really a very, very low mitotic rate, they could say that, but in the people I've talked to, that's not the case. Well, I started going out to talk to physicians, and one led to another, and one led to another. But I didn't really get all of Southern California, and so I have to tell you, there's only a couple of people in the room that know this yet, and it's sort of going to be a surprise, but I have something bigger and better planned for next year. We're having just a GDOL in January in San Diego, another one in March in San Luis Obispo, and we have doctors who are going to be coming out to talk to the people and their caregivers. But I'm aiming for something bigger and better and higher, such as all the physicians in Southern California that I can get in one place, and their nurse practitioners. I have met a lot of the nurse practitioners, and I found that they're the ones you want to know. They're the ones that you have to get on your side and to really understand anyone in the medical field. So look for something coming up. I don't have a date yet, but in 2015, and it's going to be a huge event. So more about that later. And I can't thank you enough. I want to thank my husband, Sam, who has been my supporter for all these years. I was diagnosed in 2003, and I've been on Gleevec, and I've been doing well. Thank you all very much. Thank you, Life Refuge.